Hi, I hope you're well. It's the 5th of January and I feel like I'm looking so pale. But anyway, I am just on my way to go to the Regatta, which is like a bar here in Brisbane, and I'm having a drink before work, just one, with my friend Lib before she goes back down to Canberra. So I just feel like my brain is dead from the self-doubting thoughts today, because like I did all my normal morning stuff this morning, went to the gym, did my self-coaching work to manage my mind, meditated, all of that, and that was great. And my task today was to finish off writing my online course. Let's finish my online course, writing the content, and it was really challenging, and I just wanted to procrastinate the whole time, but I didn't. I practiced what I was preaching, but it was not fun at all. And I'm still not quite finished. I'm pretty close, but it's like yesterday I had a really productive day. I also felt a bit brain dead, but I got everything out. But today I'm like tying up all the loose ends and really just making sure that everything makes sense, it's cohesive, it actually works. Like I've really taught everything I need to about the process I use to stay focused and not procrastinate, and the mind management stuff and all of that. And I just found myself the whole time doubting it, even though until now I haven't. And I really do believe in what I'm teaching, because I know that I have been a serious procrastinator, and now I'm not procrastinating, and I know there's a certain process and certain things I do to make that happen, and that if I can learn them, other people can learn them. But today I was like, this is a pile of shit. Who would ever want this? This isn't going to help anyone. And I just know, though, that that's a normal part of the process, in the sense that me putting this course out into the world, offering it to you guys, offering it to other people, makes me vulnerable, in the sense that people can say no, they can criticize it, and my brain doesn't want that to happen. So the best thing I can come up with is to convince me not to put it out in the world at all, so that I can never be rejected, never be judged. And yeah, so I know that that's what my brain is doing, because I decided ahead of time that this is a good idea. Nothing has changed, and it's just the normal self-doubt. And I actually got an email from someone yesterday saying like this girl just has so much self-doubt, but she really wants to be like me and be able to do things. It's like, I have all the self-doubt, like it's no different in here, but you just have to learn how to act with the self-doubt there. And I felt so much resistance and so much restlessness when I was sitting down to write today, and there were a million other things I wanted to do, because all of those things meant I wouldn't have to be writing the course and finishing it, and then being one big step closer to putting it out into the world, and risking rejection and risking all my plans failing. But I'm committed to putting it out and see my plans through. And yeah, it just is uncomfortable AF a lot of the time. And I was so glad when it hit 1 o'clock, I was like, oh, done. And just closed my laptop. And yeah, I worked from 9 till 1. And I was pretty focused. Like, I was really focused the whole time. I maybe had a 15-minute break, chatted to Steve, had something to eat, and that was it. Like, I didn't look at anything else. Instagram, Facebook, none of that. Nothing. I was really focused, and if I didn't know what to write, I just sat there and sat with not knowing what to write, instead of being procrastinating, it doesn't mean everything's fun and motivating and exciting, and that I think a lot of people, including myself, aren't really prepared for the feeling that you actually get when you're not procrastinating, because it's not a great feeling. And I had assumed that it would feel great not to procrastinate, how amazing that would be. And it does feel great in the sense that following through with your plans feels amazing, achieving your goals feels amazing. The self-confidence that comes from not procrastinating is actually probably one of the best things about it. Knowing that you can plan anything and then follow through with it is amazing. But actually sitting there today and doing it, did not want to do that. I would have preferred procrastinating in the moment, which is why we do it. And I was writing the bit today in the course as well about how to fill the void that not procrastinate. When you stop procrastinating, there will be a void because you've been filling up a lot of your time with procrastination, and that it's really important to fill that void that'll be there. And just really, I don't know, I'm still really excited about the course because I know there's nothing like it out there, and nothing especially specific for college students, even though it's the biggest struggle that most college students have. And I wish I'd known all of this in uni, and I figured out some bits of it. I stopped studying, I didn't give myself the weekends to study in my last year so that I could go to the beach, and that made me so much more productive because I just didn't have time to procrastinate. But I'm really more interested in teaching the mind management side of it, rather than how to create this whole system that doesn't give you room to procrastinate. I'd rather teach you how to manage your mind so that you don't procrastinate. But anyway, there are things that can help, but today was just, the struggle was so real. I just felt so fidgety and restless, and I just wanted to get up from my desk every 2 seconds, and I really had to force myself to just sit there. And this is why I love having my to-do list on my calendar. If you watched all those videos of me planning, you'll know that I was so resistant to it and nearly didn't do it, and nearly convinced myself out of it right at the end. And I'm so glad I didn't, because having that really clear plan, if I was okay, well, this week I'm going to write my course, and had it that vague, I can assure you it would take me a month. But because I've been this day I'm doing this specific task, this day I'm doing this, it really has helped keep me focused and keep me accountable to myself. And having the clear mini deadlines as well just really helps with just getting that sense of accomplishment. Because I think if you have a big task, whether it's writing a course or writing an essay, if you don't have mini milestones, you never really get to feel I achieved something today. But having all of these mini milestones about different aspects of the course creation has just made it feel like I'm actually making progress, instead of me just constantly being I'm not finished the course yet. It's oh no, I finished this and this and this. And previously I've been really focused on what I haven't done rather than what I have, which isn't a good place to be mentally. And I know a lot of you guys can relate. It's this whole it's never enough mentality. But yeah, so I'm really keen now to just not. I'm just gonna have a chilled afternoon, only for an hour and a half before I have to go to work with Liv, and then go to work. And Steve's going to a wedding this afternoon, and then the reception, so I don't think he'll be home when I get home. So I shouldn't sound excited about that, and I would rather, we're actually up to the finale of How to Get Away with Murder, and I really want to watch that, so I can't if he's not there. But yeah, I'm going to read Tools of Titans by Tim Ferriss, which I got but haven't made the time to read yet. It just hasn't been a priority. So yeah, so that's where I'm at today, struggling away, but feeling like I'm making progress, and I'm going to be really proud of myself when it's done. And the course is about 10,000 words, all of which I wrote yesterday and today. So I have to be really careful not to just see it as like I'm not finished yet when I have done so much. But yeah, I totally get why people, when they are writing a book, struggle, because even though 10,000 words, not that long at all, definitely not a book, but to make sure it's all consistent, it's all makes sense together, everything's in the right order. You haven't, like, I've really tried to make, I could write 100,000 words on this topic, but I don't want to make this whole course a big task, a big chunk of homework. I want to make it, my goal has been to make it the shortest it can be and still have all the information that's needed, because I want it, like, it'll probably look too simple, like, oh, it's so short, how can that teach me how to stop procrastinating? But I really want it to be only the necessary information and all the stuff to help you put that into practice, and a Facebook group, and I'm thinking of doing monthly workshops to answer your questions and that kind of thing, because I know that there will be questions about things like the planning, because I basically share what I did with my planning process, and I know it was tedious AF, and yeah, I just had a lot of questions. Sorry, this video is so dark, I don't know why, what the hell? Can you even see me? I don't know if you can see me, but I literally don't know what to do about it. It's literally black. What is wrong? There we go, that's a tiny bit better. So yeah, that's all. I hope you're well, and I'll see you tomorrow.